Hi everyone, happy Sunday. So just a quick heads up before we get started. This week is going to be a little different. I have so many videos I want to make, and I know my videos can get lengthy. So I thought I would try a week of shorter videos. Like, we will post probably through next Saturday, I think. I will have videos. And I'm going to try to keep them, 20 minutes or less each day. And at the end of the week, I'm going to kind of ask you guys what you prefer. And plus, this gets a lot of things that I want to do off my plate. The beginning of the month is always busy. So also, some people may just want to see the coloring related stuff here. Like tomorrow, I'll post my goal stuff. Tuesday, I'm going to do a Tag Tuesday coloring chat. So some days people may only want to see certain things, and while I provide timestamps and stuff, maybe this is easier for a lot of people because there's a lot of stuff, a lot of videos out there on YouTube. So anyway, completed pages for January, and we will just kind of talk about what's going on next month because I have a vague idea, so we will touch base with that quickly at the end. So we are going to start with the tags. I will mention my coloring goals in this because obviously that is a part of coloring. I did set 3 coloring goals for myself. One of them was either a mix or 5 color alongs or buddy colors for the month of January. I didn't get any buddy colors in, but I did get 5 color alongs. So, woo, goal met, woo, one of at least 40 this year. If you saw my goals, my completed pages and goals video last month, I did a 40 for 40 since I'm turning that in May for the year. So there's a goal met. Anyway, Whimsy Girls Through the Decades. You guys saw me do some of this on camera. Actually, you saw me do it all. This is by Hannah Lynn. The tag was January Color Your Hoard 2021 because I had not colored in this book yet. We did a demo of the Sargent Art watercolor crayons in the background, and then I finished up the picture in a coloring chat using markers. Can't remember which ones I used. Was it Kelly Arts? No. Yes. I don't remember. Anyway, it was alcohol markers, and then a little bit of acrylic paint pen, and you can see it, a little bit of sparkly gel pen on her purse because she is, and her lips because she is just fancy, or trendy as her title is. Anyway, so there is that one. Whoop. Put that paper back. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of paper in my books between the pages because I'm trying to limit the marker spread. You'll know what I'm talking about if you use marker in books. Sometimes, even if you give it plenty of time to dry, it will kind of ghost on a page. And I have a way, I'm going to be testing that hopefully later this week, by the way. So this is Floral Design, Color by Number by Jessica Mazurkiewicz. This was for Get Your Haven On 2021, which is a year-long color along. Who's hosting all these color alongs and the tags will be in the description if you're curious. This is a year-long color along, and we did this one. I did this one first. I think I just used what I call like my basic I guess running them out markers, which is like my Shell Arts and my Bics and stuff like that. And that turned out super pretty. And then I did this one using the new Wise Brand markers, which I posted a review about on Friday, which frankly are my new favorite. Would help if I put it all actually on screen, wouldn't it? There we go. Which are like my new favorite budget marker. So if you haven't seen that video and you're looking for a budget marker, especially for color by numbers like this, definitely go give those a gander, as they say. So we got 2. This is also part of my 10 books to finish for the month, so I did knock out 2 in there. So huzzah! Thought I had these in order, and I apparently that was supposed to segue into my 10 books to finish, and it didn't quite. But that's okay. I also did one for Out of Festive Christmas by Such Diva. This is for, now I remember who's hosting this one offhand. It's Danny Buttons hosting Jolly Coloring 2021. This was also a test of the Wise Brand markers, and as you can see, they did beautifully. Love this picture. This is also a year-long color along, so I'm excited about that. I mean, I know you can color Christmas or Halloween or whatever anytime, but it's really cool that people are doing year-long color alongs. I don't know. It just feels more like an accomplishment when you do it that way, you know? And here comes Oreo. So if I sound a little different, by the way, I messed up my headset, so I had to go back to my old school mic, and which sounds better, but you're so going to fall, dude. Which sounds, no, you're just going to knock off my phone. It sounds better, but it's unwieldy when I'm doing numerous things on the desk. Hi, Cookie. Yes, Mommy is doing a video. All right, so speaking of year-long color-alongs and speaking of Halloween, this is 50 Halloween Mandalas by Camellia Angelkova, which Oreo seems to really like this book. Sir. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, we're going to see if we can do this. One hand rubbing him, one hand doing the flip-throughs. So, 50 Halloween Mandalas by Camellia Angelkova. This is actually part of Color Your Hoard, to be honest, because I haven't colored in this book before, but, whoops, forgot to include that tag. I actually did this specifically for coloring, Coloring Spooky 2021. Hosted by Rosie's Crafted Colors. I think that's right. Are you going to let me show the picture? Look, bum. Here. So here is the picture. I just posted this yesterday on Instagram. It is these. I really like these. I really like these. I really want to do more on these. I may even do another one today. I don't know. Anyway, it's hard to tell because the light's too bright. It's really cloudy outside today, guys, so my, there we go. You can see there's some sparkly gel pen. I use glitter gel pen, neon gel pens, and metallic gel pens. And then I use the big ultrafines, and then I use the Wise Brand markers inside, except, you know, these are the neon gel pens. I'm looking for ways to use up my gel pens, and I think these are great. I'm normally not a mandala person, but I really like the Camellia Angelkova mandalas because they're more freeform in the middle. You get a little bit of your pattern and your consistency, you know, your repetition that's supposed to make mandalas kind of relaxing, I guess, on the outside of these, but for a lot of them, the inside is like a regular picture. So for me, it just, you kind of get the best of both worlds, you know. Really like that one. Anyway, so super excited. I want to do more out of these, so she will definitely be seeing more from me for the tag for the year. All right, now we are delving into our, this is the last color along, and then we're also starting to dig again into our 10 books to finish. So I didn't quite meet that goal this month. My goal was to color in all 10 of the books. I definitely didn't do that. I didn't get either of my Jade Summer books. I'm trying to remember if there were any others. Let's see. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like only 5, 6. Oh, okay, Kat. I got 6 out of 10, I guess. So that's not too bad. I think that's right. Boy, it feels weird. That doesn't sound right. But anyway, so this is part of the tag Whimsy Girls 2021, which is a year-long tag hosted by the Coloring Diva. Each month we are doing certain pictures, and so for January we did the, I think it's At Midnight is the name of the picture, and I did this one. I actually cut it out of the book. This is definitely, I was trying to think. Probably my biggest project picture of the month. I didn't really do a whole lot of what I call project pictures, which takes a little more effort. This one was probably it. So I used the Arteza iridescent acrylic paint for her dress to give it that shine. I used a purple acrylic for the background. I think I also used the iridescent for like the moon, and then her gloves. I just added some white to it to lighten it up a bit. I have some Pentel Sparkle Pop pens, which gave a great look to the balloons. I like that kind of mylar or shiny look to them. This I tried to paint. I didn't like it, so I went back over it with a gel pen, and it looks kind of metallic-y, but it works. And then I used real brush pens on the curtains, which I don't like using those in Hannah-Lynn books, I have figured out. So and then I used Arteza Everblends, I think, for the rest of the picture. Her hair is also the real brush pens. So, oh, and I think I painted her hat. So, used all kinds of stuff. Got the nice glittery washi tape. This was a project picture. Multi-mediums used. It turned out really cool. Love her skin tone. It just, it hit all the right buttons. That was probably my number one most proud of picture for the month. Though I have to say I love this other one too. So the second one for the month is kind of like the Super Bowl picture, but I did something a little different with it. So this is, hopefully the other one wasn't too far off camera. Y'all got what I was showing. Anyway, I wanted, again, to demo the Wise Brand markers, which I did here. I also wanted to try them out at blending, which I did with her hair, and the popcorn. Pretty much everything down here is a blend except for, like, some of the yellow that's right there. And it all turned out really pretty. I also played around with using the blue that's, the dark blue that's on there with some of the gray to give me that deeper color. I am a University of Kentucky sports fan. College sports fan, and while I don't watch football as much as basketball, which this year is probably not the best thing, they're not doing too good. Instead of the Super Bowl, I kind of wanted to make it like UK going to a ball game or something, right? So I did of course the Kentucky colors are blue and white. I tried to Posca in the logo on the helmet. I actually did better than I thought I would, but my lettering is atrocious. I used a stencil and then a little glitter gel pen for the sparkle on her lips and then her little wildcat paws. And I was surprised at how well the Wise Brands blended. This turned me into where I am really warming up to the brush tips, because it was so much easier to blend with the brush tips on here and a whole lot less bleeding than when you do with the chisel. So anyway, turned out super cool. I like it. And then you got a little bit of glitter gel pen on the border. And I think starting next month, we have this one is next up. So next month's going to be an interesting month for that color along. Might be some straight coloring. I've been trying to do something different with every picture, but there's inevitably going to be some straight coloring. So space coloring book. This was actually my first picture of the year, and then I didn't come back to it. I was so sad. I meant to actually try the Wise Brand markers in here, and I didn't get a chance to. I've done more than one picture in here, haven't I? I have, because I saw the other picture. Okay, well, I don't know where the other one's at. Oh, there it is. Okay, that was last month's. All right, sorry about that. So this is the one, like I said, it was my first picture of the year. I think I just used budget-friendly markers for this one, so like shuttle arts and Sharpies and stuff. I think I'm just going to start at the front and work my way to the back, and then that'll be the next one up. Should have definitely colored more out of this one this month. Probably a good one to test the Wise Brands on. So Mosaic Book 1, part of the 10 books to finish. This is by Belva Family. Oh, Space Coloring Book was by Color Crystopia, by the way. I am out of sorts today, y'all. I only did one, it looks like, in the book 1. I thought I did more this month, but I guess it was the other one. So I did this one. Got me some corn. which is super cool because I had no idea what it was when I started it. A lot of these you get a vague idea of what it is even before you start it. And this one I was like, is that a pattern? What is that? But no, it's corn. It's corn. Why is my phone continuously buzzing? So Mosaic Book 2, which is the Belva family's newest release in this series. I don't think I did any pictures in this last month. If I'm repeating myself, I apologize, but I don't think I did. So all these are being done with the budget markers because that's what I like most to use on my color by numbers, just because they get used up so very quickly. Plus, and I think the Wise Brent markers will be good for this as well. But I've got other markers to burn through first, so they've been sitting there a lot longer. And obviously, as colorists, we never want our stuff to, we don't want to waste our money. So here's the first one. I'm assuming these are supposed to be butterflies, though at first I thought they were like fireworks. So there's that one. I just finished, this was my last finish for the month, which is a dragonfly. And I really love the colors on this one. Really love them. And then we have the giraffe. So I think I got 3. Yeah, because the rose was last month. So that I got 3 in this book this month. So pretty good progress in this one. So there is that one. And, well, I have piles of, it didn't take a week to have piles of books everywhere again. Finally, in my 10 books to finish, we have the Mystery Colors Jungle Animals, which is the only actual Mystery Colors magazine that I own. And I went looking for this one, and I'm so glad I did. Oh my word. Which one? I think we start with this guy. So we have this handsome dude with the spree markers, which has a really nice kind of dark orange brown color, which is one of the reasons I like using them on here. But I noticed that the Wise Brents have that color too. So I do want to use those in my next picture on here and see how that goes. We also have this handsome fella. Is it only 2? Man, I feel like I did so many more this month. I love this book. I really do. I guess it's just me and jungles. Like, that's my jam, Yeah. All the other ones I think were done the month before. So yeah, plugging along away in that one. I also I realize that at the 6-month mark, I may end up switching some of my books out, and that sounds like terrible. You're like, no, that's, what rolls? Look, in a year, it's going to be really hard for me to sit there and say these 10 books are going to be the same books I have interest in 6 months from now. So if it turns out there's a book I can swap out, I'm going to swap it out. But we'll wait till the 6-month mark. We'll give it at least 6 months and reevaluate, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm not allowed to do that. But speaking of Wise Brent, now we're going to go through, if you watch my review on Friday, these will look very familiar. If not, I colored 8 pictures, I think. Maybe 9 if you count half of the Halloween mandala. So 8.5 pictures with the Wise Brent markers, just to put them through their paces and see how they did. Little Fairies Stained Glass Color by Number by Sunlight Drawing. We did this one. That was actually the first picture I tried with them. I have to combine colors to get my red-orange, but it actually worked out really well. It was not that difficult to do, and I just thought it turned out really pretty. I love her pastel wings against the pastel wings and the pastel bird against the really vibrant color background. I don't know. It's a nice balance on this one. I like it. It's cool. So there's that one. All right, so this one turned out okay. I kind of goofed on it, and so they can't all be winners, but you learn as you go. This is from Wildcats by Belva Family. I don't know why I didn't put this in the 10 books to finish, because we all know I'm going to be working on this one quite a bit. So here's the one I did this month, which actually could have qualified for Jolly Coloring too, I guess, but I didn't want to post this one on Instagram. Actually, there's a lot of the pictures I couldn't post just because I ran out of time. Anyway, so yeah, I used the Wise Brands on here, and in retrospect, I should have switched the markers I used for the beige and for the, well, I blacked it all out so I can tell you what the other color is. It was beige and like one of the browns or something. In retrospect, I will do that in the future when I use these, if I use these markers in here. Because he's supposed to look a little bit darker. Man, he looks terrifying. Everything else looks like it should, but when I tried to do the peach around his face, I should have used this light color for the peach. I tried to mix markers, and like I said in my video Friday, it looks like he's just been feasting on his enemies, and, you know, he's got, his face is all stained up and stuff, so, and from the look in his eyes, you know, he looks kind of terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. So maybe this could have counted for coloring spooky too. Like, you just cover all the color, Christmas and Halloween in this picture right here. But anyway, so yeah, lesson learned, but it's still an okay picture. I was still pretty happy with it. I'm kind of working my way front to back now on that one too. Got so many piles of books, y'all. Jade Summers Color by Number Patterns. Again, I did this one on camera as a color and chat, and I used the Wise Brands. Had to try to play around with some marker color combinations to get the different yellows and light oranges, but it turned out gorgeous. I tell you, you know, I like the Camellia Angelica mandalas, but really at the end of the day, I seem to like these patterns a lot better than I do regular mandalas. So I'm kind of still learning, you know, after almost 3 years coloring, you still learn. You still learn what you like and you don't like. I did want to try, you saw the Wise Brands in the Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays, but I also wanted to try a grayscale Jade Summer picture with them to see how they would do. And I tell you, every time I do one of these grayscale pictures, this is Kawaii, by the way, grayscale by Jade Summer. Every time I do a grayscale picture, I'm like, oh, it looks so good. I need to do more of these. And then I forget till the next time. But this is my pirate girl. And y'all know, as much as I love my jungles, I also love my pirates. So used like the red brown, got a really nice rich skin tone from that. I was worried it'd be too dark, that and the reds. But honestly, I love it. Especially against her like electric blue hair is what I like to call it. I used different grays and purples for the clouds, which I thought turned out gorgeous. So anyway, this just turned out to be a really awesome picture. And I mean, guys, this was probably one of the fastest pictures I've colored. And I loved it. I need to do more of these, and I just never seem to have time. And finally, we have from Amazing Owls by Color Questopia. This is actually a Color Your Horde picture as well. I have my Wise Brand owl here. I did add some white gel pen stars just because I felt like it needed it. I did change up the blue a little bit. I think I used the darker blue and then the medium blue instead of a light blue. I don't know. I think when I think of owls, I think of nighttime, and the colors they give sometimes in their older books for nighttime pictures, I just don't think they're dark enough. But I kind of like this kind of spiral effect that it has. But I love this picture. I don't know what it is. I had to make a few little changes with some of the yellows and browns just because if you've seen the review, you're kind of limited in your yellows and oranges. So I had to make a few little changes, but still, I think it turned out phenomenal. I used a black glaze gel pen, which kind of makes it look like lead from stained glass. This is the white background version. The black background version would be preferred, but I have to admit, I love the finish the glaze pen gives on these. And then, of course, I used marker on this. So, I don't know. It's just something super soothing about this picture. Even though you can see the numbers, I know people have an issue. There are some people that prefer not to be able to see the numbers after they color them in color by numbers. I personally would rather be able to see them while I'm coloring. So they got to be a certain size. But I mean, everybody's got their own thing. But even when I can see the numbers, I can get some pretty gorgeous looking pictures together, even with what you would just look at as a color by number. So I don't know. It's pleasing to me, and I'm the one coloring it. So at the end of the day, that's what's important. So a few one-offs, not really related to anything in particular. I just felt like coloring them. I also have Jade Summer's color by number flowers. And I did this one. I think it was just budget markers. Was it this one? Yeah. So I did this pretty one. Actually, I believe this is another Color Your Hoard book. Really need to stay on top of that. But I didn't post it on Instagram, so I did, pick up a lot of books this month and do first time pictures in them. So I will give myself credit for that. Wasn't really part of my goals per se, but it is still something that I really need to be doing. So I did pick up a couple of books during the month that were on sale or basically discovering like a new artist. This was one of them. This is Puzzle Animals Color by Color by Kira Sherstneva. And this is a little bit different color by number system where you color according to what it's outlined in. So all these yellow sections would be yellow and so on. You saw me color this on camera, at least most of it. Of course, I had to do the kitty. It is a nice glossy colored background too, which I think makes them pop just a little bit more. I do love that. The markers went on beautifully on this paper, by the way. I did try gel pens on all the little bits and bobs that are on the cat. I wasn't as happy with the gel pens on this paper. I used metallic, glitter, and then some of the glaze. I wasn't as happy with the coverage of them. I had to go back over them 2 different times. But I think it'd be fun to do that for each picture, but we'll see. So there's that one. And finally, I got one of these. Saw on somebody's channel they had the Lines and Spirals coloring book. This is by Color Questopia. They had the Creative Kittens and Cats one, and of course, hello, cats, kits, and caboodles is always a combination made in heaven. Had no idea how to do these. Was terrified when I did my first picture because I was worried I was going to mess it up. But at the end, it actually turned out. And you can see this handsome devil right here. Now, I probably should use a darker gel pen. I did realize that. I also didn't like the fact that, like, these sections just had no lines to color in. So it's just kind of white space. So it looks a little jarring where the pen just ends right here. I don't really like that, but whatever. This was my first go at it, and it looks, these are the types of books that look so much better on camera or at a distance than they do close up. So yeah, I'm going to hop right to the next one on this one. I actually really enjoyed doing this one. It was a lot of fun. Instead of making the mistake of running out and buying a whole bunch of these, though, I'm going to work on this one. This one will keep me happy for a good long time, and then there's plenty of others I can pick up after that. Okay. How did that take 30 minutes? I swear. Okay, quickly. You guys saw for February, hopefully you saw yesterday, I did come up with a last minute color along, Foxy February 2021. Go look at it for the full explanation, but in a nutshell, you can color foxes. There, a lot of our coloring books have foxes in them, and you don't really think about it, but they do. So there's a couple just specifically fox books out there. You could also include people or chibi, kawaii type people with foxy traits. That either could be like, fox ears or foxtail, or it could be somebody that is like clever, or what were the words I was using yesterday? Stealthy. Somebody has a foxy look about them. That means they could be clever. They could be crafty. Foxy, of course, also stands for an attractive person. So I use Grimm fairy tales because these women, I think, are just like, I don't know. I think they're badass. So I really think I'm going to color her this month. She just, when I think of Foxy, because she's got that sneaky look about her anyway, right? Her or the one with the bow in Art Nouveau. I don't know. Anyway, it could be a person with foxy, or like a kawaii or chibi with foxy traits. So, but let's keep it social media friendly, right? Like, if you can't post it on Instagram or YouTube, let's not try. Let's not tempt fate, okay? That's just it in a nutshell. So, but if you want more info and me stumbling through trying to explain that, feel free to watch Saturday's video. I am also going to start doing a project picture each month, and basically it is going to be probably a mostly colored pencil picture, but I'd like to use some other mediums as well because it is Foxy February. I did want to get one of the fox pictures. I picked Imagimorphia because I have not colored out of this book. This is actually the picture I showed y'all yesterday, which is this one. I think this one's perfect. It gives me, I already have kind of an idea for a color scheme, and I'm going to try to work on it through the month. I'd like to try to record most of it. It may not be all of it, and then we'll either do speed colors or I'll include them in one or two coloring chats through the month, but I'm going to give myself the whole month to work on it. So I'd like to start doing that each month, especially in my more expensive books like that. And finally, my planned kind of product reviews for the month, probably towards the end of the month, so I have plenty of time to use them, are the XL NNL colored pencils. I started a picture in Magical Jungle with these, but I still need to finish it. It's kind of what they look like, just a sneaky peeky. I'll show you a quick sneaky peeky in Magical Jungle too. This is the work in progress picture with them, and they're actually laying down really nice. So we'll see. I'm definitely going to finish that picture, and I do want to do some others. And then I also want to do a full review of the Sargent Art watercolor crayons. But since I've only colored one picture with them, I do want to try some other pictures, also using like gesso and stuff, because I don't know, like the more expensive books, I made a huge mess in Magical Jungle. Unfortunately, I have another copy of it. I use gesso, but for some reason I need more practice with these. So I do want to give these a big try in other books as well, so I can do full review like I did with the Wise Prince. So that's kind of the plan for February in a nutshell. We're going to have videos, I know, unless I get sick and something weird happens, because I have not been feeling great the last few days. We should have a video every day this week through next Saturday. And then, like I said, I want you guys to kind of get an idea of what you prefer. And moving forward, do you want the daily shorter videos or the 2 or 3 a week super long videos? So, not going to include any cat clips of this one. Just might have to wait a few days on the cat clips because I'm just trying to get some of these going on Sunday so I can go ahead and get them posted for the week because, again, not feeling great. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.